Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Megan.
I'm Matt.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm Pop Pop.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Kelly.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
I'm Kelly.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Hey! Okay, horses are laying down there flat, just making sure they're okay. Dad and I just collected the eggs out of the new hens. We got 61 eggs. What does that mean? Well, it means just about half of our chickens are laying from last night into this morning, which is a good sign for us. It means they're up in production. That is a large egg. Again, welcome back everyone. It's so nice to see you. Working on morning chores this morning has been enjoyable. Seeing how all the animals look so great and how the plants are doing well. Having a nice warm sunny day is one of those things that can put anybody in a good mood, and that's what we're dealing with this morning. The weather is absolutely gorgeous and the greenhouses and everything else also looks gorgeous. The cattle have been acting very ravenous this morning. They got a little crazy when we dumped the silage in. I think that's because they've been out all night. Not like out of their pen, just out on pasture. They were out on pasture all night, and I mean, they're down there eating grass. I don't know why they're hungry, but they are going crazy. Right when Daniel was finishing up with dumping in the silage, the bead popped off the skid steer loader tire. So, trying to get that fixed this morning as well. Just doing my normal quick walk through the greenhouses. I wanted to stop and show you guys how much the peppers have grown since we've moved them out of the germination greenhouse. We have a long hot pepper right here, and they look absolutely gorgeous. The second growth is coming in, so that's what we like to see. But altogether, the peppers that we've moved down and out of the hot germination greenhouse, they've been doing great. I'm seeing more growth. Nothing's gone back. So as long as we continue to have good growth, we're happy. Sometimes when you pull plants out of the germination greenhouse, they will go into like shock just because of the weather changes. And that's a good thing to keep in mind when you're planting into the field or into your soil. Sometimes plants, they can get a little like, what is going on here? Just because of the temperature change. They're used to a certain temperature in their little packs or in their pot, and then you move them into the soil and they're like, whoa, it's much colder now. Just something to keep in mind. So when you transplant some of your stuff into the soil, certain years it'll just take off and grow like crazy, and then other years you'll have it where it's a little slower. And that could be because of soil temperature. But the peppers look great. No worries there. Besides our peppers, we have a lot of tomatoes that are for sales down here that look really, really good. We also have some peppers in here as well. And we got lettuce and a few other things. We got broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, just really, really nice stuff that the customers are going to be able to plant here soon. Now it's just a time factor because some of this stuff is just about ready to sell. We just need a little bit more time. And I know the customers are itching to go, so we want to get everything ready for them so that when the time does come, they can get right to planting. Oh, what do you see? What do you notice? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, we got working on our structure that we're gonna be using for the calves. We raised it up 2 feet in the back so that we could have enough clearance. We have a slight slope down here on the front end so that our water will drain off. The boys made a lot of progress yesterday. I was not here. I had to take the babies to the doctors because Lauren had her own thing going on. But, I mean, I'm just as impressed as you are. This looks Fantastic? Fantastic, fantabulous. Was it going for fabulous there? Was it going for fantastic? I don't know, but I got myself really mixed up. I think it's a little bit of both. One thing I will say, the sooner we get this finished, which I think it's gonna be today, the sooner we can get the calves all out of the greenhouse, get that all cleaned up, and that'll save us a bunch of headaches when it comes to storage space right now. Now, just off a quick glance, you'll notice some things that we did. We made sure that it was wide enough so that we could get the skid steer loader in here. We also made sure that it was tall enough, yes, tall enough so that if we ever needed to store equipment or other things underneath the roof, we could do it. So we thought of a few different things to make sure that this was gonna work out okay, and I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. What are you eating there? Who gave you marshmallows? Aunt Rhonda did. Uh-oh. Are you gonna eat all of those? Can I have one? You're sneaky. Oh, okay, I'll take the dishes. Thank you.
I'm no longer Grandpa. I'm gonna have to be Pop Pop now. Callie changed my name.
Now, before I get moving on to our next job, it's important I talk about what's been going on in the greenhouse. A lot of people have been curious. If you remember, not too long ago, we found a little problem going on. There was something causing damage to our baskets. Not only our baskets, but our pots. There was something digging into the soil, pulling all the soil out, eating the roots, and it's caused us to have to do a lot of maintenance repair on many different types of pots that we have. Some in the comments gave some ideas as to what they thought was going on. We agreed with most of those ideas, except for the simple fact we've never seen anything in here. We saw a rat out in the silage bag, so that was one thing we saw, but besides that, we didn't see any mice in here. We didn't see any voles, moles, anything. So we were kind of lost as to what the real issue was. We have put into place some preventative measures, and since we put into place the preventative measures, haven't had the issue anymore. So that's nice to know. But we don't know if that took care of the problem or the problem just left and didn't come back. We're not sure. I wish I could tell you what was causing the problems. We had all different types of things down here to try and get an idea of what it was, but we never caught anything on camera. We never caught anything. So I mean, it is what it is. We're not having the problem anymore, and we're happy about it. It was giving Aunt Rhonda quite the headache. She was getting pretty frustrated with having to constantly go back and fill up pots that have all the soil taken out of them and worry about plants that the roots have been eaten on. So thankfully it hasn't happened for the past few days, about a week, but it could just spring up again. So we're gonna have to keep a close watch on it. My next job isn't too difficult of one. The girls have been working on transplanting different types of flowers and vegetables. These need to be carried down over the hill, which is what I'm getting started with. Screech, where are you? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Screech.
Screech? Who's Screech?
Screech.
Oh, the kitty cat. The one friendly kitty cat that lets everybody pet it, Callie has named Screech. We don't know how she came up with the name Screech, but she calls it Screech. And make sure you get the back corners, because the corners dry out first. You gotta keep going. We gotta get this side, and then we gotta come closer. You having fun? It sometimes can take a little bit longer to get jobs done when you have little ones around, but something I've learned from the way we were raised is my parents and my aunts and uncles, they always took time out of their day to make sure that we were able to help and we were able to learn. So we should definitely do the same with our kids and our future generations. But I mean, how could you not? It's so much more enjoyable working with them, and they love it. I mean, you want them to have good memories, right? Now, while I was carrying down those flats, Dad had went with Daniel to get hooked up to the disc. Daniel is gonna be working up some ground to plant peas. Woo! I'm excited we're planting, but peas? Come on. Regardless of my disdain for harvesting that vegetable, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about peas going into the soil.
What's in there?
What's in there? You know what's in there. Go ahead. Watch your step. Not only is it exciting times because we're going to be planting out in the field, but we're also moving some plants up top for the customers. We need to move up peas. We also need to move up some red beets and strawberries. I got red beets. I got strawberries. Aunt Sadie, when did you show up?
Had to bring the princess a cookie.
Whoa, now that is awesome. What kind are these?
Snow peas.
Snow peas.
Snow peas.
Hey, Callie, I'm gonna set these right by you, okay?
Okay.
You just hold on to them, make sure they don't fall off. We got a wagon all filled up, so we're taking it up top to get all these plants out in front for the customers. Got all the plants put in place, so now when the customers show up, they can buy whatever they need. Callie ran off with Sadie. They're going to do some cleaning and watch Taylor Swift. And I think Dad ran down around back to get started on the structure. So that's where we're gonna be heading off to next. Before we get working on the structure, I might try and check on Daniel, see how everything's going for him. I like to see how the soil's looking out there, so hopefully we can swing that too. Yep.
You gotta measure here and we gotta measure out.
The measuring tape. 24.5 on center. 23 on the edge. Yeah, that looks professional. Come on, Matt, you can reach. Come on. You got it. Oh, it's those little fingers. Standing up here, you really get a nice opportunity to look out over the valley. And that view is just gorgeous today. The gorgeous weather, the blue skies. I mean, check this sky out. Woo! This is a nice sky. I'd invite this guy over for dinner sometime. But anyway, yeah, you see the blossoms on the trees. It's looking like a beautiful day.
Where you at?
I'm at, from the top to the top, it's 27.5. We've got all our boards in place that we're going to be attaching our tin to. We also put a few cross pieces in here to help sturdy everything up. It is kind of, I don't want to use the word wobbly, but because it's just attached to this 2 feet piece that we have up here, it does shake a little bit more than we would like. The tin is going to stiffen it up, but we might have to add a few more bracers later on.
Use a bale of hay in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot up here. Rhonda came over and just yelled to us that it is lunchtime, so we're gonna head up and eat. But we've made a little bit of progress. We're adding one clear plastic piece between each sheet of tin just to allow light through. And you may be wondering, wow, that tin looks very old. Where'd you buy it from? Well, you just saw where we got it from. We didn't buy it. We're repurposing old tin. And any spot where there's a hole that doesn't line up with a board, we're just gonna put silicone in. So, I mean, there doesn't seem to be that many. So we're happy about that. But using this old tin makes us very happy. Saving money, bonus. Using old material, bonus. Pop's happy, bonus. Between the new addition to the barn down around back and this, we've been doing a lot of building lately. I think we're getting close to professional stash. Not quite there. We're not professionals, but getting close. For lunch today, it looks like we are having chicken sandwiches, and we got some chips and dip here. Oh, no, that sounds good. All finished with lunch now. I ate a lot of oranges. We've been getting some delicious oranges in. So my belly's full of fruit right now. Daniel is down here working on the Harrow. Now, the reason why he's working on the Harrow is because all that ground that we disked, we want to get it smoothed out. But in that corner, there's a piece that is not cooperating. So Daniel is working on that. It's kind of a one-man job, so I'm not gonna be staying around here. I'm gonna run over to the other side to finish off that roof. If we can get that roof finished off today, ooh, that'll be exciting.
Andrew bug.
Daniel, don't call me a stink bug. That's not nice. Can you believe he called me a stink bug?
Yes.
What? Oh my. So that's fine. All the way over on the hill, we can see all the cattle out on pasture. That's a beautiful sight. We're just about finished with this new addition. We have some clear plastic that we're gonna be putting up here on top to allow some light to go through. But since it's almost done, let's head down around back and see how it looks. Oh, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I think this spot is gonna work out really, really good. It's allowing plenty of light from the sheets of plastic that we've put up there. Now we're just bracing everything, making sure that it's nice and tight. If we had those extreme winds again that we had the other day, we'd want everything to be protected. So far, I'm extremely impressed with how good this looks. I think this is gonna be perfect. And then some of you may be curious about the rainwater, what we're gonna do about the front. We are gonna come along and put a gutter in here, so we don't even have to worry about any water dropping. So now that our structure is all put together and we don't need to worry about that, there's a few different things that are going on. One, Daniel needed some help with what he was working on. Not necessarily help, but he wanted some advice from Dad on welding. So he's got to do a little bit of welding on that piece of equipment. And we've got watering to do, a lot of watering. So we'll be bouncing around from here to there, job to job, just trying to see what we can get done today. We've already got a lot accomplished, but there's still so much more to do.
Now, which side films?
This side.
This is Megan. She's pretending to be working right now, but she's laughing at me.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to plant peas. We're gonna put the first crop of the year in. So this will be exciting. I don't get as excited as Andrew does because I'm much older, but I am excited about it.
So we're gonna get started here. We gotta turn the fertilizer on. We have to make sure a couple different things. Make sure we're not putting the seed in the ground too far. Make sure everything is planting. So we wanna make sure all the seeds are getting in the ground, covering up. So we're planting them about 3/4 of an inch deep. We're putting the liquid fertilizer on. We're putting on about 6 gallons to the acre. We do add a little more nitrogen to our peas when they're starting to blossom. We should be picking peas by the middle of June. You see the fertilizer coming out, and I see the peas going in the ground. We will only plant 9 rows of shell peas, and then we plant 1 row of snow peas, which is the flat peas like used in Chinese food and stir fries and stuff like that. And then we plant 2 rows of snap peas, which is the ones where you eat pod and all. Then we will plant 2 more plantings of peas. So we'll let these, once these come up, we'll come in and plant another planting so it spaces out our harvest, because we don't want everything at once. We try to not have too much to pick at one time that we have a problem selling what we have.
Sorry, people, the pin hit you. I think we're gonna have to try that again. Take 2. So what do you think? You just been run over by the pea planter. I mean, Daniel.
Yep, we're good on seed.
So now we're gonna make some seed changes.
We're gonna clean out the shell peas. We're gonna dump them all in the last row.
So Daniel's just jumping snap peas in. They're the peas that you eat pod and all. Now we'll probably plant peas with this planter next again, so we won't clean these out. We will just leave them in it and for the next planting, which will be in about 2 weeks. We've been picking rocks out of the fields. This is the kind of rock that we find once in a while, so we are gonna remove this. That should keep most of you viewers happy. You guys get upset about all our rocks. Oh, it's heavy. We at least try to get the big ones out. We're gonna wash her off a little bit. We plan on tomorrow, we're gonna start planting some sweet corn. We're gonna plant it double row underneath the plastic. So we do that every year. It works quite well for us. But we're just getting things greased up and ready to go for tomorrow morning.
Well, it seems like my dad has been taking really good care of you.
You just been run over by the pea planter.
Getting the peas planted and working on this thing, which you guys know, it's always a good time when we get this machine out.
I think it might be standing up back here.
Yeah, in the corner. The interesting thing about this plastic that we use is that it's biodegradable. It's made of cornstarch and it actually starts to break down from the sunlight. So what we like to do is store it inside and we don't take this outer layer of plastic off of it until we're ready to go. Because anytime that this, whoopsie daisy, because anytime that this stuff is sitting out in the sun, it's not good for it, because as we start to lay it, it'll just tear apart, which is something we do not want. So we keep this stored out of the sunlight until we need to put it in the sunlight. Hey everybody, it's late because I forgot to end the video, I got distracted. Lorna and I actually ordered out Mexican food. It was good, yeah, we ordered out Mexican food through the week. There's a good reason for that, I'll get to that in a second. Callie is not here. It is late, she'd normally be sleeping, but she's not here. She's gonna be sleeping over Aunt Tracy and Uncle Matt's house for the next couple days. There's good reason for that. Lauren is getting surgery tomorrow. So from the pregnancy, she's dealing with a little complication that does require surgery. You guys really don't need to know this, but I'm just telling you, just so if for some reason videos slow down a little bit, which I'm not foreseeing that to be the case, but just so everybody knows, she's getting surgery tomorrow. She has a hernia that is a product of the pregnancy, so she needs to get that taken care of. That's why you haven't seen her for a little bit, and she's needed quite a bit of help because of the hernia. It's very painful, the type of hernia she has, so she just has needed a lot of help here at the house, so I've been doing my best to try and help. But yeah, she's getting surgery tomorrow, so Callie's with Aunt and Uncle Matt and Tracy. I'm gonna be here taking care of the babies all day tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to go to work on Thursday. We have a lot of friends and family that have offered to help us, so we're gonna be okay. It's just a bummer because she just finished recovering from having the babies, and now she's got another set of recovery in front of her, so she's very frustrated. I don't like to bring it up too much in front of her because she gets upset, which rightfully so. She just started feeling better. But yeah, just wanted to update you guys on everything that's going on. Besides that, we're doing good. But that's something we've all been thinking out. Been pretty stressed about it. I feel for her. I wouldn't want to be in that position. So I'm just doing everything I can to try and help. But yeah, that's basically everything that's going on. I wanted to mention that at some point in this video today. It just, time got away from me. Just a reminder, if you have not already, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 200K subscribers. Another thing, if you have not liked the video, this is a good time to do that. You know, help us get those likes up. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.